like my name was Lil Main. I was 10 getting money, now they say I changed. Cutting shit just like spades. Haters on me, get them off like raid. This ain't Madden, but I stay with the plays. Up early, ain't been asleep in some days. Gucci my shoe, we not stepping in J's. Red dot on the beam, so you know we got aim. Still like my name was Lil Main. I was 10 getting money, now they say I changed. Give me a beat and I go down.
We got another interview from an artist today, Colorado Springs artist. He about to let us know about what he got going on and some of the music that he got for y'all that y'all need to check out. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself. What's up,
man? Shit, what going on? My name's Slimm. Fuck with my boy Cook. We finally tapped in with each other. We've been goddamn going back and forth about 2 weeks now, but we finally locked in with each other. But yeah, my name's Slimm. From Clayton County, Georgia. Shit, I'm just doing my thing.
Hey, so you say you out here from Clay County. How long you been in Colorado?
Shit, I've been out here probably less than a year, something like that.
So were you doing music before you moved here?
Yeah, I was doing music, but it wasn't like on a serious type shit. It was more so like I'm bored, let me hop into yo real quick. And even before then, it wasn't like on no serious shit. Like I'd just be in there rapping just on some bullshit type shit.
So since you've been in Colorado, have you been able to tap in with other artists and kind of move around and feel the scene in Colorado yet to see how it's like?
So I'll say I recently just started taking this shit like kind of serious because I'm pushing shit out, you know what I'm saying, Apple Music, Spotify, shit like that, Tidal, and artists been kind of reaching out to me like little young niggas and shit like that, and you got people back home like, oh shit, that's hard. So I kind of when I started taking it serious, more people started like reaching out to me, and I be, connecting a little bit, be like, oh, how you do this, how you perform here, da da da, we chop it up like that.
So tell me about what got you into music. What's some of your influences, or who are some of your influences in music, big or small?
My influences, so through high school I was around people that did music. You got my boy Few, you got Tay, just a lot of the young niggas back then, they was doing a lot of music, and I used to be around, just vibing with them. I was like, oh, they hard as hell. And then they'd be like, hey, they used to call me Clean and shit. They'd be like, MKR6 Clean, that was my name or whatever. Yeah. MKR6 stand for Money Crazy, Remix 6 Clean, and they used to call me Clean because I used to dress clean or whatever. But they were like, hey, Clean, get in there, hoe, and I'd be like, all right, bet. So you had niggas like them rapping, and then on top of that, people around me, like, as the years went on, like, my homeboys started rapping. I was like, the fuck? When you start rapping? He was like, shit, I just rap. Shout out to Slimm. But I ain't really been around, like, no major artists and nothing like that, like Thug, and I ain't never did no shit like that. But it always been around, like, my circle. Somebody always was rapping. And I was just a nigga like, shit, you hard type shit.
Well, it's good that, coming from the South, coming to Colorado, you bring a different style.
Oh, for sure.
So you think you'll be able to tap in with some of the artists and be able to match up with their energy, with the styles being so different, people from the South and people from the Midwest?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. So when it comes to music with me, our style is so different, the South, the West, North. When you say like keep up with me, in my eyes, they gotta keep up with me. I ain't keeping up with them, they keeping up with me, you get what I'm saying? Cause this is my own mind, no arrogant shit, but I'm hard as hell. That's how I carry myself. That's how I carry myself. But I ain't the type of nigga that like cocky when I walk in the party. Oh yeah, nigga, I'm harder than you. I'm gonna check you out and I'm gonna tell you if it's hard or not. But when it come to like this style of music on the West Coast, like that California, they got that Irish and California like vibes out here too. That down, that shit like. Yeah. And it's hard a little bit, but I feel like when people hear my music, I feel like a lot of people gravitate to it out here, especially because Southern music is like nationwide and shit. So I'll say, yeah, I think I grasp most of it about it for sure.
Yeah, it's good to be able to be versatile in the game,
Thanks.
So, what style of music you going with? You got the street rap, you got the grimy, the gang rap. What would you call your style of rap? Like, how you bring it?
So I just talked to one of my biggest influence on my music career, my little cousin, smart as hell. His name Cecil Carter. I just talked to him like 2 days ago. I was like, bro, I rap, but I don't know my style. He said, well, it's a rap. And he big in the music. He love music. He listen to country, rock, rap. His main thing is rap, R&B, all that shit. So my style, the best thing I can tell y'all go under is rap, because like you said, versatility is a big thing for me. I don't like hearing, when I think of people who release their music, they be like, oh, check me out. And then it's one style. It's like you either hard like that NBA YoungBoy, or you got that all Roddy Ricch, or you got that all they trying to sing auto tune. I'm not really stuck to one thing. I do a little bit of rap. Like I got music for the gangsters, I got music for the females, and I got the real music that people can relate to. So it's like kind of like a mix of everything.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be versatile. So have you had a chance to perform yet since you've been doing your rap thing?
Man, hell no. I just, like I said, within the last like 2 months, I finally just started taking serious. So I was doing 2-3 hour studio sessions. So within this last probably like 3 months, I done recorded like 12, 13 songs already. And in that time, I ain't really just had time to really get on stage and do that for real. I ain't never been to no clubs and nothing like that.
Well, you think you're ready for that? 'Cause that's a big part of being an artist. If some of the songs don't even be that good, but the performance hype the crowd up and get attention. So you think you're ready to hit that stage?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at talking in front of people. So entertaining is like big to me. So I think I rock that hoe for sure. Like, especially with my music, since in my personal opinion, my music ain't ass anyway. But when you hit a beat, you hear the lyrics and you feel the vibe and shit. Yeah, I had a bit turned.
So as far as major artists, who are you listening to? What do you listen to these days?
Lil Baby probably, me being from the South and he from the South, they gravitate to me. But the thing about I like him about him the most is what he do outside of rap. That probably what gravitate to me the most. He do a lot of shit for black people and shit like that. And that's like the really type of time I'm on. I like that shit. He talk about shit that he really go through. All rappers say they rap about shit they go through, but his like that shit be hard. So Lil Baby probably like my number one. Like if I had to go on a car ride, I'm listening to Lil Baby.
So you say, speaking on Lil Baby, giving back to people, what's your stance on that? Because a lot of people feel like when you get the money, it's yours, you really don't gotta do that. And then a lot of people feel like you're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Go back and look out for the people you grew up around.
For sure.
So what's your stance on that? Do you feel like you're supposed to do that, or you just do it because that's just what you want to do?
That's just what I want to do. Like I got a track on my tape called Pain Music, and it's talk about black people and shit. That's just the type of shit I'm in. I don't give a fuck what everybody think I'm supposed to do, cause everybody gonna have their 2 cents. Oh, you got $1 million, so you gotta get this and this. And fuck all that. This is what I want to do for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the rap game has come to a lot of going by what people say, like the bloggers, and the people in the comment sections and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think you're ready to handle all that come with, when you post your songs and post your videos, people gonna do a lot of hate. You're gonna get some good, you're gonna get some hate. You know what I'm saying? How you take that? Do you take that to the heart when somebody tell you your music bad or like it?
Luckily for me, I'm a good critique. So if you tell me if I played you 3 songs right now, you be like that shit ass. I ain't gonna sit here and try to fight your ass. I'm like, okay, tell me what made it ass to you, cause everybody ain't gonna like your shit. You gonna think it's hard. Some people gonna be like it's alright. Some people gonna say it's whatever. But for me, I ain't paying attention to none of that shit. Cause hate gonna come regardless. I get hated on today, and I'm just a regular nigga. They see the car drive, it just hate everywhere.
Yeah, I know this is probably a tough thing to speak on, but it got the little situation with the baby, how he messed up his. A lot of people throwing him under the bus for some stuff he said. Do you think artists should be able to speak freely and people not cancel them just because how they feel? Because we got freedom of speech, but people put them on a pedestal. And saying they should always say the right thing. They shouldn't say certain things. So how you feel about that? Should artists be able to speak their mind freely without being canceled and losing money and stuff like that?
I would say, as far as that's concerned, I do 100% agree with. Everybody got their own opinion. You gotta respect. You ain't gotta respect, but everybody gonna have their own different opinion at the end of the day. You can't make them agree with you. They ain't gonna agree with you. You ain't gonna agree with them. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I do hold him at a fault that he got to understand he's at a certain level where he has a very big fan base that's homosexual. You got people that do have whatever STD or whatever case, and he got to be aware that even though I'm pretty sure, I don't think he meant no harm by it, but he got to understand to the public, you already know the public gonna crucify anything you say that's, especially with homosexuals, anything like that, I feel like he got to understand it's certain place and time for everything, and it's a way to word things at a certain time too. So I don't disagree with him speaking his mind, but it's a time and place for everything type ordeal. He said I looked at 5 or 6 videos of him talking about he was just trying to get the crowd hype. I can get that, but it's different ways to get the crowd hype instead of that approach. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, I ain't mad at him for speaking his mind.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people saying that the rap game getting more dangerous than the streets. Like,
yeah,
you know, do you look at it that way? Like, because a lot of artists getting killed, a lot of artists going to prison for a long time, and just a lot of street politics then came into the music game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's kind of like getting into the streets now when you're getting into the music because the people you got to deal with?
For sure. It really come back to like what you rapping about. You know what I'm saying? If you talking about killing, when you do a show, who you think gonna push up on you? Or you talking about blood, this, crip, that, whatever case may. Who you think gonna push up on you? So I got a few songs on my tape that I talked about when I was just rapping just to rap. And I was talking about sticks this, stick that, you know what I'm saying? Shooting this, shooting that. It was just all for fun. And it wouldn't really even be supposed to be released. And it was just for fun. But now that I take it serious, I rap more about what's relatable to me and what I got going on, and now what is true. But for sure, you just gotta watch what you rap about. Because if you gonna rap about killing and doing all that, you gonna most definitely get pushed up on by somebody who gonna want to pull your card. So I feel like that's 100% true.
Well, with the music game leaning towards the street politics and stuff, you got a lot of people, you know, that's getting slammed for snitching and stuff in the game, like 6ix9ine and all that crazy stuff. You know, what's your take on that situation? How he told, you know, was it their fault because they knew he wasn't that, or was it his fault for just being something he wasn't?
Pretty much, like, so how I see it is his fault because he portrayed that image onto people that he wasn't no snitch, or he was living that life. So when he did it, it went against the grain, but at the same time, they did doing wrong. So I ain't gonna say I agree with him, but you can't blame him. But at the same time, if you living that life and you portraying yourself to be like that, you can't do that. But it's kind of like if you can't apply that rule that everybody ain't gonna snitch, because some people don't go against, they ain't on that type of time. They don't portray themselves to not to snitch, you know what I'm saying? But since he did portray himself not to be a snitch or whatever, nah, that ain't it. I ain't fucking with that. Nah, that ain't it.
There's a lot of back and forth beef, like, you know, the hip hop, the street scene kind of based on beef now. You know, people beefing and going back and forth on rags, talking about who they killed, who they smoked. All that stuff. Do you think, you know, rapping about crimes that you actually did?
Hell no, you snitching on yourself.
Yeah, do you think self-snitching is the way to go?
Nah, I mean, so it's crazy, like the ones that self-snitching usually be like some songs that blow up, but that ain't my approach. Nah, that ain't it. You ain't doing that.
Like, you know, like Take K, he
exactly
blew up off a song that he spent in prison forever.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of them, so yeah, I guess they self-snitching. But as far as the beef, like you see a lot of artists beefing, then they come up dead and stuff. And do you think that just they always be from the same city? Do you think when two people blowing up in the same city, they can't just blow up at the same time? Or you think it's the competition that turn them against each other?
Yeah,
it's always people that's in the same area. You got Young Boy, Fredo Bang.
Yeah, shit like that.
Bo3, Trap Boy, Freddie, to all the Dallas area.
Yeah.
So why you think two artists can't really come up and be major out the same city without going at each other?
I think it's a mindset thing. So if you got the mindset everybody can eat, just not at your table, I think everybody be good. But it's kind of like a man type thing, like, oh, I'm the hardest in the city, and then you got them two clashing and somebody end up dead. But it all depends on your mindset. If I see somebody blowing up in Colorado and I'm blowing up, let's collab, goddamn. If not, nigga, I promote your shit, you promote my shit, and we good. It ain't no point. If everybody get money, it's enough money to go around for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, speaking of promotions and stuff, so let's, you know, get some of your music out there. We're gonna let people know more about you, where they can find your stuff, some new stuff that you got coming out. You know, anything, videos, songs, mixtapes, album.
Yeah.
You know, promote that shit. Let them know where to find it, whatever you're working on.
For sure. So the thing about that is it'll be on Apple Music. It'll be on all the mainstream titles. You got Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all that type of shit. But the crazy part is about this with my upcoming projects that a lot of people don't know. I'm deploying next Friday. And I'm trying to drop this shit before before I leave. So it'll be like 9 months or something before you hear from me again. And that's pretty much what a part of the interview is, like, let folks know this is my going away gift before I slide. Then I come back, and then I'm gonna keep picking up where I was. But it's on all major platforms for sure.
Alright, so what they just look up Slimm.
Slimm, SLIMM. I have my own YouTube video. I already set it up and everything. Then we're gonna go from there when the tape drop.
That's a bit. Well, shit, we're gonna get out of here. Anything else you wanna let the people know, before we wrap it up? You say you about to deploy and stuff. Anybody, any shout outs, anything? Get out there.
My motivation for this whole tape, like I said, it was a hobby. Then I started taking it serious. The motivation I got it for my daughter. At the end of the day, as long as she good, and I'm thinking big dreams. You know what I'm saying? So let's say the tape blow up or whatever. I want the best for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be staying in Beverly Hills somewhere type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just shouting out my daughter, shouting out my team, 1K, Swint, Kenny, V, Tree, Nuke, Ayo West, you know who you is. That's pretty much the team right there. But I'm just shouting out my daughter. At the end of the day, this the whole thing. This the whole reason for it. Yeah, I do enjoy it, but it's for her at the end of the day. As long as she good, I'm good, and we eat.
Alright, well, man, I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, anytime you got something finna drop, let me know. We can get another interview in.
For sure.
Get some more work in, some camera work, anything you need, let me know.
Already.
Shit, we out.
Red dot on the beat, so you know we got aim. Still like my name with Lil Main. I was 10 getting money, now they say I changed. Cutting shit just like spades. Haters on me, get them off like raid. This ain't Madden, but I stay with the plays. Up early, ain't been asleep in some days. Gucci my shoe, we not stepping in J's. Red dot on the beat, so you know we got aim. Still like my name with Lil Main.